Well, several Valley cities already banned people from feeding the birds, feeding the pigeons specifically.
That's right, not allowed. And thanks to a recent 3 on Your Side report, Gary Harper says you can add another city to that list.
Well, pigeon feeding can cause all kinds of problems. Feeding pigeons can cause damage to property, and feeding pigeons can also help carry diseases, according to health officials, and you don't want that to happen. But after we illustrated that in a recent 3 on Your Side report, take a look what happened. Here's the update. I see a lot of pigeon droppings on your tarp over here. This is really, it seems out of control.
It's kind of hard to forget 2 Mesa senior citizens who reportedly had a habit of attracting and feeding pigeons at their home.
Your neighbors say that you're feeding the pigeons and it's causing a nuisance.
We're not feeding the pigeons. The pigeons are coming here by themselves.
Feeding the pigeons.
No?
Feeding them.
How come there's so many of them then?
Because we used to feed them and we stopped feeding them.
You stopped feeding them?
Yeah.
Yes.
But if they did stop feeding them, neighbors like Lindsay Martinez say the damage was already done. Basically, the food source prevented the pigeons from leaving the neighborhood. As a result, Lindsay says the enormous amount of pigeon droppings was ruining her roof and left behind a foul odor.
But it's just not healthy all around.
Well, since that 3 on Your Side report aired, the city of Mesa recently took action.
When Channel 3's news report came out, we did see a spike in lots of people calling up and providing input on this.
Ryan Russell is a police lieutenant and code compliance administrator for Mesa. He acknowledges that the city's pigeon problems were soaring in many Mesa neighborhoods. So Mesa examined the issue and just recently voted to ban pigeon feeding altogether.
This recommended change is primarily based on health and sanitation. Probably too much information to you to know, but pigeons and doves can defecate up to 30 times a day.
The ordinance goes into effect later this month and makes pigeon feeding in Mesa illegal. Violators will be fined $250 for the first offense.
In Mesa, we say, help us control our pigeon population and please don't feed the pigeons.
Keep in mind this ban on pigeon feeding only affects pigeons. It does not affect feeding other birds, for example, hummingbirds. I'm Gary Harper, 3 on Your Side.